We're here amongst the beautiful high-rise buildings of Shanghai for stage 1 of the Hyundai Archery World Cup 2018. Already we've been at the Yuanshan Sports Stadium for qualification and the elimination stage, and now we're here, right in the centre of Pudong for Recurve Finals Day. Yes, right here in Lujiazui Park in Pudong, the Manhattan of Shanghai. And let me tell you, it's really, really steamy here. We've got the mixed team and individual finals coming up in this session, the last session from the first stage of the Hyundai Archery World Cup. And you can see the temperature has gone up from low 20s earlier on today to just under 30 degrees, but the humidity has dropped off. But one thing that I have noticed is the wind has picked up. I'm Karim Bashir, and it's my pleasure to bring you coverage, but I'm even more delighted to welcome to the commentary box Australian international archer Ryan Tyack. Hi Ryan, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, thanks. How you going?
Fantastic. It's really pretty steamy here as we get confirmation of our schedule. We've got the two medal matches in the mixed recurve coming up, bronze and gold, followed by the women's individual medal matches, and then we'll close this session off and our visit to Shanghai with the men's bronze and gold medal match. Now, recurve, what can we expect here?
We've got a lot of veteran Olympians here. Some have been to as many as 3 or even 5 Olympics, but there will be plenty of good shooting, and it'll be great to see how they react.
Well, first match up is that mixed team bronze medal match. And that will see Indonesia going up against the USA. And here we see the draw for the competition from the quarterfinals. Indonesia losing out 5-1 to the world #1 team. And Turkey, well, they surprised everyone with that 6-2 victory in the semi-finals over the USA, plunging USA into the bronze medal match. And here we see the location, shooting over water, very unusual. It's a national public holiday here, and the crowd is absolutely packed out. Here come the athletes.
#1, representing Indonesia. Diananda Charunisa, Real Aga Akasa, 2号靶位来自美国。On target #2, representing United States of America. Brady Allison, Katrina Lorick. 担任本场比赛的起射线裁判是 The Light Judge for this matches Pacific 10.
Archers get ready. USA shoots first. Indonesia shoots second.
Well, here we go. Presentation of the athletes to that packed crowd. There they
Range
are.
clear,
The umbrellas
match
are out,
begin.
not because of the rain, but because of the super hot sunshine. And as you saw, the referee called for USA to shoot first. They'll fire their arrows ahead of the Indonesians. So a good start, crucial here in this sport. And we get off with a 9. Ryan, at in these early stages, just explain how this setup works, how the scoring works.
It's quite interesting that Indonesia actually chose to shoot second this time. Yep. And maybe they're hoping to get some information about where the arrows are going and get their bearings.
So each of the archers from the US have shot their first arrow. I'll now switch over to Indonesia. Looking good.
Tell you what, I mean, I don't know if they got any information out of it, but they've really opened up strong.
Yeah, and a lot of support from the crowd here for Indonesia. Now the clock ticking down, so they've only got a certain amount of time to fire their arrows. 2 per athlete per set. A cumulative score builds up within the set, but the idea is to get your set points.
Correct. So in the mixed team events, they're going to try and win the best of 4 sets. And if they draw, then we'll go to a shoot-off.
So good shooting there. 37 out of a possible 40 for the USA. On the line between the 8 and the 9, and in archery, the archer gets generosity and gets the higher score. And that will do it. 38 plays 37 in the first set, and Indonesia get the 2 points for winning the set.
Tell you what, an early lead can be very beneficial for any team, but competing against such an experienced team like the USA Archers, it may or may not make any difference.
Yeah, but big surprise for the USA going out in the semi-finals, so they're looking to get a medal here in Shanghai.
Yeah, they were really surprised by how well Turkey shot in the semi-final. It'll be interesting to see if they can do that here.
That was a lovely first arrow, so close to the center. Diananda Choi Renisa there, the female athlete for Indonesia in their mixed team. She's carrying the flag of her nation on her arrow bag, and I think I saw a cuddly toy.
Indonesia shoots second. Range clear.
Atur napasnya ya. Napasnya diatur.
So the trailing team go first here. Second set of the bronze medal match in this newest of formats of archery.
You can see, just like before, they got one left, one right, and they'll probably find the center on the next 2 shots.
So Indonesia up to fire again. Maybe they will have seen something and read something in the weather and the wind. Another 10.
Interesting fact is that this gentleman here actually beat Kim Woo-jin at the Olympics to knock him out of medal contention.
The biggest day of his archery career. And will that have a question mark against it?
I thought it would, but it appears that the Falcon Eye is pretty definite that that one was a 9.
Another 9 drifting over to the right. Crucial here. Katuna Lorig. Oh, she's pulled that one way left and only scores a 7 here. The door has opened wide for Indonesia.
This is a great chance. If they can capitalize on these 2 shots, then they'll have a 4-0 lead, and that's a very good opportunity for them to actually win this match.
Well, it's a 9, and it's probably her worst arrow so far. She's been shooting really well.
Anything inside the red to win the set.
Well, that'll do it. You called it.
It doesn't matter. That's what he needed, and it doesn't matter it wasn't the best shot. You could see he was amused by where it went, and but it's all okay.
Well, disappointment for the USA in the semi-finals, and now they're trailing the world number 5. Here we have the groupings.
So you can see the variation that both teams have got. They're relatively similar, one a bit left, one a bit right.
Okay, thank you. Oh, yeah. Hey, pana.
Wind, well, it's not a super strong wind, but it is blustery. It's blowing about all over the place.
A wind like this, it's more likely to actually affect the archer more than the arrow, so your ability to hold that bow nice and steady is very important. Only a millimeter and it could be way out in the red.
Nafasnya diatur dan nggak buru-buru.
Shooting across 70 meters here as we look at the Indonesians to a target which is across a little lake. Quite unusual, right?
It is. I mean, during the ranking round, we just shoot on a nice flat field over the grass and everything's pretty normal. As you can see, there's even a car there that they might hit.
Let's go, team.
Let's do it.
Well, the lead umpire is ready. USA still trailing. Indonesia in a commanding position, and this one could be over very quickly.
So if Indonesia can tie this set, it's over in 3 sets. USA needs the win.
Brady Ellison up for the USA. Crucial set for them here in the bronze medal match in Shanghai.
That could cost them unless they can come back nice and strong. He looks a little confused about where it went as well.
Olympic rings on the arm. A good shot there from Katuna Lorig, competing for her 3rd nation here.
Exactly. So she's competed at 5 Olympics for 3 different countries, going all the way back to '92.
Well, I have to say that's probably enough, but up and to the left as Riau Ega Agata fires for Indonesia.
And you can see there all the arrow holes are a little bit high left, and they're making adjustments right now, and they could have this match at this rate.
Well, you can see the frustration there. Brady Ellison hands over to Katuna Lorig. Let's drop that one out to the right into the 8. Breathing space for Indonesia. This could all be over in the next 2 arrows.
They only need 17 points.
So 7 to win. They've shot more consistently. They've got the job done. 1 more arrow to go. They needed 7 to win and draw the scores. They shoot off with a 9. Indonesia have dominated this bronze medal match right from the start over USA. They didn't recover the Americans from the shock loss to Turkey in the semi-finals, and Indonesia have capitalized. Ryan, the Indonesians were consistent, they did the job, mostly 10s and 9s, a little 8 in the second set, but you've got to feel for the Americans. They just didn't recover from that semi-final loss.
You do really have to feel for them, but the other part is it may be a surprise given that Indonesia is a lesser-known team, but at this event they ranked 4th and USA ranked 11th, so it's not that big of a surprise when you look at it.
Yeah, so you look at the overall performance here, because the world rankings are one thing, but all these teams have to go through qualification, and the USA, as you say, Ryan, just didn't perform here at all. We got the groupings for Indonesia.
You can see they only missed the yellow once and consistently high left, but it was a good group.
We look down 70 meters from the the shooting line down to the target. They're just replacing the target for the next match, and here we see some great shots.
Yeah, you can really see that from the start and all the way through the match, they were the more consistent and stronger team in this match.
Superb shooting, superb grouping, and absolutely, totally consistent. High fives all around, great support. Indonesia have got the bronze medal. Well, the bronze is done. Now it's time for the gold here in the recurve mixed teams. And what a cracker we've got. Korea, serial medalists and world #1 going up against the surprise package, Turkey, ranked 13th. And here we see the route through to the final.
Representing Republic of Korea. Shanghai Kim Moon-jin. 2号靶位来自土耳其 On target number 2, representing Turkey. Yasmin Anagos, Midi Gazos 担任本场比赛的起射线裁判是 The light judge for this match is Ozawa Yunji.
So I just prepare. Hey, Korea, you shoot first. Korea. Turkey, you shoot second.
So the athletes are presented to this massive crowd here, public holiday, and they've taken advantage of it, sitting out in the sunshine, watching this world-class performance. And Korea, what a team of archers they are, the world #1 team, but no pressure at all on Turkey, world ranked number 15, competing here for the gold medal in the mixed team recurve.
Mete sağda 9'a bakacağız, tamam mı? Çıkınca söyle nereye baktın.
You can see they open up strong. Maybe they took some information from this morning's team matches, or maybe it's just that they're really good archers.
It could be a combination of the two things there. So the teams go in halves. Both archers release their first arrows, switch over to the other team, and then we switch back. Turkey shooting a 9 to start things off. Just rising up a tiny bit there in the 9.
Sağda 9, sarının içindeyiz ama, tamam mı? Dışarıya çıkma çok.
Interestingly, both teams actually going a little bit high overall.
Yukarıya alma ya da sen. At ondan sonra.
So 4 arrows in total from the team, so we go into the second half. We haven't seen one go outside the yellow yet.
O yüzden açılmadı elim. Çok sıkma sağ taraf, tamam mı? Serbest olsun sağ taraf.
So dream score here in the mixed teams is 40 in the set. Oh, what an arrow to finish there. 38 out of 40, and it's got to be a perfect score from Turkey in their final 2 arrows just to tie things up.
She's gone high again, and so hopefully that you can see her adjust their side and in the next set find the middle.
Mete düz sarıya.
Well, Mete Gajos here firing the last arrow to nothing really, because they cannot match up with that, and Korea take the first set lead by 2 points to 0 in the gold medal match.
Bak bak şarkıya bak. Çok sıktın sağ tarafının acayip.
Simple idea, get your arrows closest to the center.
And you can see both these teams are actually not perfectly centered, but Korea obviously more so.
Normal. Her zaman attığımız gibi. Geliyor sağ taraf, kontrol, bitiriyorsun sağ tarafta.
And you see the wind is all over the place in terms of the speed.
Aferin bro. Çok az yukarı aldın mı?
Really steady from the Koreans. That last arrow so close to the center.
And in this morning's team match, Kim Woo-jin actually got 75% of his arrows.
Incredible, absolutely incredible consistency, but that's what this is all about.
Korea, you should second.
So the lead umpire indicating that the trailing team will fire first. Now I can't work out, Ryan, whether that's an advantage because you put the marker down if you're the leading team, or it's an advantage for the team that shoots second because they get an idea of the conditions.
It's actually a bit of both. It depends on your own personal strategy for the match. And for Korea, they probably have an idea of what the wind's doing, and so they're not too worried about first or second.
That was a long wait. You've only got a limited amount of time to fire your arrows here, and that took an awfully long time.
It sure did, and you can see on the clock they've almost burnt half of their time already, and they haven't even shot the second arrow yet.
So Anagoj having to get this one out pretty quick. Well, she does the job, but in doing so, she's pulled it left.
She could have focused on a good shot then and rushed the last one, but really, with that much time left, they had to get it off.
Door open here for Korea to strike again.
And she shot another 9, and so given how quick the other team's been forced to shoot, that might be enough for this set.
Because yesterday when you're walking up to the compound, you could never see your faces until you were in front of them.
Another 9, but it is enough. 18-16 at the halfway stage of the second set. And Korea have taken a massive, massive lead already.
And they only spent barely 30 seconds to do so.
So less than 20 seconds to go for the final arrow.
The Turkish team have actually changed the order from first 2 shots to second 2 shots, possibly because of the time restraint.
Inside 5. Well, a 9, a 34 here, 6 off the target score, and with the Koreans' consistency, I think they may well take a 4-set point lead here. Pulls it right, but that's probably enough. An 8 will get them 1 point, because if you tie on scores within the set, the teams share the points.
And you can see him communicating there. She was obviously surprised it went right, but she let him know that there's clearly a bit of wind.
Wow, that's even better than the one in the last set.
Exactly, so it's clear that he holds the world record for the qualification round, and it's undoubtedly why.
An amazing athlete, Kim Woo-jin, and he's just getting better.
Şu ok işini atlıyorum ben arkadan geç.
예전아 마지막에 자신있게 그냥 딱 떨어뜨려야 돼.
Korea leads 4 points to 0. Turkey, you shoot first. Korea, you shoot second.
Well, 4 set point leads for Korea, but you've got to say the Turkish team look pretty relaxed there. I mean, clearly they're happy to be having beaten America in the semi-finals, but they still want to put on a good show.
They want to put on a good show, and they want to really get this experience as best they can, because they may not shoot too many finals prior to this, but this will be really good for them.
Well, there we go. In some respects, the pressure's off. 4 set points behind in the third set, and we get a 10 from the Turkish athlete.
That or they finally relax.
Well, I think that one may just have snuck into the red.
I'm not so sure, but you can see that she's still going high and still adjusting for it.
Well, 9s and 10s all round, just the 1-8 for Korea. A man who loves to adjust his glasses before every shot. And he is hitting the money here.
Perhaps he's just trying to do everything the same every shot.
We now do have an asterisk against the second arrow for Turkey, so they will go and measure that one. Oh dear, oh dear.
She looked shocked by that one, really.
Could that then be the wind, or do you think she's felt that she's just sort of loosened something up in the delivery?
It could be a whole number of things. Maybe something's going wrong that she's not aware of.
Well, a 9 to finish things off, a fist bump, but 33, you have to say, is not enough against the world #1 team. This is going to be over. 2 more arrows to go before Korea collect their 3rd gold medal today.
You can see there 6 to win. And for a person that has not missed the gold for any of his matches today, it's probably a pretty good chance.
Kim Woo-jin for the gold. And just like that, Korea get their 3rd gold medal here today in Shanghai. They've swept the board in the team events. Look, you have to say, Ryan, no real surprise that Korea shot that well, but Turkey sort of dropped the ball really in the gold medal match.
I mean, when you're shooting in a finals like this, it is a totally different world than when you're shooting the eliminations at the other venue. So perhaps they just hadn't really adjusted to the vastness of a shooting a final event.
Well, there we have confirmation. The Recurve mixed team gold medalists are Korea. Chang Hae-jin and Kim Woo-jin get their photo op in the sun.
Sizinle gurur duyuyorum her zaman. Size sağlık.
And as you can see, packed out here, we get the groupings for Korea.
And look at that, they've only had 1 arrow outside of the yellow.
All about consistency this game.
Okay. Yayları buraya bırak.
Calm, smooth deliveries. But really, I mean, as well as Chang performed, the star player's that man, Kim Woo-jin.
He is. I mean, he's only missed 1-10 this afternoon. He only missed 2 in the morning. So in his gold medal match later today, he's probably going to get quite a few.
So Korea collect the final team gold here in Shanghai. So here are the final rankings confirmed. Korea get the gold. Turkey with the surprise winners in the semi-final over the USA and profited with a silver medal. Indonesia collected the bronze. So here in this amazing setting in Shanghai, we're finished with the teams and we're moving over to the individual bronze medal and gold medal matches. First up and next up are the women. But before that, we're going to have the medal ceremony for the mixed team event.
"女士们、先生们，凡举公混合团体颁奖仪式。Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for the Recurve mixed team." 为我们颁发奖牌的是国际健联秘书长汤姆·迪艾文。Medals will be presented by World Archery Secretary General Tom Digger。颁发奖杯的是国家体育总局射击射箭运动管理中心副主任、中国射箭协会副主席郑立勋。Trophies will be presented by Shooting and Archery Center Deputy Director General 郑立勋。获得铜牌的是来自印度尼西亚的选手 ，Bronze Medal representing Indonesia。Diananda Toyunisa。Real Aga Agata。获得银牌的是来自土耳其的选手 ，Silver Medal representing Turkey。Yasmin Anagos。Midi Gazos。获得金牌的是来自韩国的选手 ，Gold Medal representing Republic of Korea。张黑信。拼问记。女士们、先生们，请起立！现在播放韩国国歌。Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the national anthem of Republic of Korea. 女士们、先生们，向我们的运动员献上最热情的掌声。Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm round of applause to our athletes.
So, the idea of archery is very simple. Shoot more of your arrows closer to the center than your opponent. But it's not as simple as that.
The unheard of 20-year-old needs 9 for gold.
Come on.
He's nailed it. Absolutely phenomenal. Brilliant. Look at that.
My name is Steve Weiler, and Shanghai is really important for me because I've won here last year and it was my first international tournament. Archery might look easy for you guys at home, but I'm gonna explain what I see when I'm competing. Recurve archers will shoot at 70 meters. It will be 7 bust lengths. The target will be 122 centimeters, and the 10 is 12 centimeters. That will be something like this. To shoot 70 meters will be really difficult. It's really easy not to hit the middle. For me, because I don't have really good eyes, it's just a bit blurry, but I see the yellow really good, and that is the thing for me that pops off. Now I'm going to shoot one at the top of the target at the blue or in the black. So you really can see how much the difference is between shooting at the yellow or shooting at the blue or in the black. For me, it feels like quite a bit, like 10 centimeters of aiming off, but I don't think you guys at home can see it. I like shooting 70 meters because it gives me the thrill when I'm hit the 10. You probably don't shoot 70 meters when you start archery, but you're gonna start at a short distance and build your way up to the 70 meters, and it still will be a lot of fun.
So it's all about small percentages as we move into the individual tournament, and it's time for the bronze medal match-off in the women's recurve. Ryan, here we see how the athletes and the teams got to the stage here. What are your thoughts about this match?
I tell you what, the Shanghai Jin and Vanessa Landy match, they went to a shoot-off, so it'll be very interesting to see how the two Europeans go against each other.
Yeah, that's first up. World number 65 up against world rank number 37. Now, is that pretty unusual?
It can be. Generally, the higher ranked people at the event make it to the top, and even at this event, they both ranked in their 30s.
So we're just waiting for the athletes to come out. Still packed out here in Pudong, Shanghai.
Interesting matchup. We have a previous world champion up against someone that this is potentially their very first international medal match.
And here they come.
On target number 1, representing Denmark. Maya Jäger. On target number 2, representing Italy. Vanessa Landy. 担任本场比赛的洗射线裁判是 The light judge for this match is Kazakhstan.
Archers, get ready.
I judge you many times this time.
It's first. Landy shoots second.
So the referee has got the athletes ready. Maya Jäger from Denmark will shoot first. Vanessa Landy, the Italian, will shoot second. I'm Karen Bashir, joining me, Ryan Tylek. Now, here, Ryan, what happens in the individual? First time we've seen it today.
So each archer will shoot 3 arrows, alternating who shoots, and that will be their first set. And there will be a maximum of 5 sets before a shoot-off.
Fint.
Well, good start from Jäger, but Landy has gone one better.
Ja, det er fint. Det er 9 til venstre. Det er godt, du fortsætter på den. Husk den hårde anklen.
Well, no time to think here. The sets are all over very quickly. The countdown clock, both just inside 20 seconds, coming into the final hour of the first set of this bronze medal match.
Tell you what, they're both shooting well, and it's only early days, but Landy here is shooting like a veteran almost.
Lovely stuff there. 28 plays 27. The magic score here is 30. That will be all 10s. And Vanessa Landy is, a relatively inexperienced, and she's shooting so well.
And you can see their groups here that the both of them are shooting great. And Maya Jäger, 2013 world champion, she's kept them all in the yellow. Just needs to hit that 10 a bit more. And Vanessa over there, like, her group is really tight. A little bit left, but she got the 10 that she needed.
Samme Maja.
So 2 set points to the Landy already. There you go, as the trailing athlete will shoot first in the second set of the women's recurve bronze medal match in Shanghai.
So
you can see there she wasn't happy with how that shot felt. She's let down. She's going to have a second attempt. You can hear him counting down. 2, 1.
Yeah, pulled it left. That reset has really put her off.
She did well just to get the arrow off.
She's been led off there by Landy.
Yes.
Both arrows a little bit left, but the first one probably deservingly so.
Well, good grouping, but they're both in the 8s and they're both high.
There it is. She's won that set.
Yeah, maximum of 10 points per arrow, so Landy could only get to 26, and what a let-off for Jaeger.
And so she may have shot an 8, she'll be disappointed about it, but at the same time, it didn't matter too much, and there wasn't any pressure on that shot.
So Jaeger drawing level at 2 set points each in this bronze medal match.
Okay, that's winning.
So you can see here where she's letting down again, and she really wasn't happy about it, but she reset really quickly to be able to get it off again.
Thank you.
Now, what is it that made her reset there? Because you couldn't see anything too obvious.
Judging by the body language there, the clicker went off early, and that's usually your key to shoot, but she flinched at it because she wasn't ready, and so therefore she had another chance.
Well, we reset to the order at the beginning.
And Mayer actually spends several months in Korea every year training with some of the Koreans and some of the coaches there.
Let's go, Maya.
Third set. Jaeger to shoot first.
We'll see if Vanessa has found her form again from the first set. Bravo.
Good Italian there from the Australian commentator. Wow, she's pulled that one. Consistency, it's all about consistency here, but the speed of the individual disciplines means that the meandering of the momentum can be all over the shop. Not here with the Italian, though. Perfect score so far in this set. Well.
Tell you what, that last one was an 8, but she only needed a 5 to win that set.
Well, yeah, it was a bit of a let-off there by Jaeger, but the momentum's swinging left and right. Landy, though, shooting so accurately at the beginning of that set. Here we see.
There it is. So you can see her arrows, and she's got quite a few 10s in there. There's a few 8s as well. Some of that might be nerves from not being at a final very often, but she's shooting extremely well here.
Yeah, consistent. Maybe consistent with 2 of the 3 arrows per set, but at the moment, that's enough.
One more set like that, and she might win this match.
Here we go. Jaeger to fire. To shoot her arrows first.
Yep.
Into the 9 to start with.
Værsgo, Maja. Hård ankring.
Like you said before, all about consistency here.
Super skud. Samme sted.
So quick.
Brava, 10.
Værsgo, Maja.
Another 10 for the Italian. Pressure on. Well, a big opportunity here. An 8 to win. But she has been pulling 1 arrow per set. But she's done it. She got a 9 when she needed it. And the relative youngster, well, she has just confirmed herself a bronze medal. And if I'm right in thinking, that's her first appearance in a podium match.
To my understanding, I was talking to the coach the other day on the practice field, and it does seem like this may have been her first senior podium finish.
And what a finish it was. There she is celebrating with the crowd. Just 20 years old.
Okay.
Well, just like that, our first individual medal match is over, but luckily we get to see some of those arrows again.
Okay.
So young and so composed. Vanessa Landi from Italy gets her first World Cup Stage 1 medal here in Shanghai. And a hatful of ranking points, no doubt. And that's what that smile is all about. So the bronze over just like that, but don't go anywhere. The gold medal match is coming up for the women in the recurve discipline, the Olympic archery discipline. What a cracker it's going to be.
And it's going to be really amazing seeing the current Olympic champion up against a relative newcomer from the home country. 17 years of age for her.
Just 17 years old. No world ranking, but her ranking here at the event was 24, I believe.
Yep, correct. It was 24, and you can see through her matches, like, a lot of the later rounds were quite close. And Shanghai Jin, who went against the Italian, she won her semi-final in a shoot-off, so we'll see how that develops here.
Yeah, world ranked number 1, the Korean. And here we have the qualification ranking. Well, that came up pretty quick, but she was the Korean was ranked number 2 here in the qualification rounds. And here come the athletes presented out to the packed out crowd here in Shanghai.
安吉轩。 2号靶位来自韩国 ，on target number 2, representing Republic of Korea. 常海信。 担任本场比赛的起射线裁判是 The line judge for this match is Ozawa Yungji.
Chan, you shoot first, and you shoot second.
Well, there we go. Just waiting for the range to clear. The athletes presented. Chang will shoot first. The 17-year-old home crowd favorite will shoot second. It's the gold medal match here in the women's recurve individual. A good start there, brushing the line. It's marked down as a 10. 3 arrows shot alternately. And the 17-year-old Anne shoots a 9.
心，休息啊，放空，放空，做好自己的。好，坚定。走起来。
Well, very consistent here from the Chinese athlete. One more arrow to go.
And she's probably going to be very happy regardless of the result, but of course at this point everyone wants to win that gold medal.
Well, a 10, 2 10s and a 9, and that's enough. And we just want to keep her sight in. And the grouping there at the top, very, very good. But it's the world #1 who strikes out to an early lead, winning the first set and getting 2 set points. And here we have those groupings.
And so you can see for the both of them, Shanghai Jin, she's got the 2 10s, whereas the Chinese archer, all of her arrows a little bit high right. But if she adjusted her sight, it's actually a tighter group.
Yeah, good point. So just waiting for the scores to be confirmed. And they'll come out for the second set. It's over in the blink of an eye. The trailing athlete always goes first. So now An Kui-jin will shoot the first arrow here in the second set of the women's individual gold medal match.
This time a bit left, but still in the yellow, so that's good.
Yeah, so she maybe did adjust her sight, just a fraction too much. But straight down the middle.
Maybe she heard me and she's trying to prove me wrong.
Well, slightly higher, going into the red. Door open for Chang, the world #1 from Korea. Oh my goodness me. You can't do better than that for consistency.
No, not at all. I mean, those arrows were almost down inside each other.
Had to be big, but a 9 is not going to be enough. If Chang can keep up that consistency.
Oh my gosh.
And that. And a fist bump, well deserved. Absolutely superb. Well, let's have a look at how close they were.
It's a shame we don't have a measurement of the whole group, but that 10 ring is only, the X ring is only 6 centimetres across.
Perfect. Well, here we go. You asked for a measure. That is so, so close when they're shooting from 70 meters.
Yeah.
Well, confirmation of the scores. Dominant performance from the world #1, and as she's still trailing, no set points, and from China, the 17-year-old will shoot first in the third leg, and it could be the final set.
Could be the final set, but she's not shooting bad, so it could go either way.
Well, that will settle the nerves, but it's livening up the crowd here. Oh, terrible, it's a 9. That's the thing, that consistency is so important. Another 10, and he's fighting back here. To the delight of the crowd. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, look at that. Chang is world #1 for a reason. Just pulling that one right. She will get an 8, but another maximum from Chang, and the gold medal is hers. Bang! Just like that, a 29 follows the perfect 30, and it's all over in 3 sets. Absolutely fabulous stuff from Chang Jin. Oh, Ryan, what a match that was from both athletes.
It was amazing. I mean, the 17-year-old, this is obviously her first event, and she shot really well, but Chang, 7 out of 9 arrows in the 10. Doesn't get too much better than that.
Consistency the key, absolutely, in this game. And to some extent, the speed of the individual perhaps lends itself to that, as we have a look at some of those arrows. Absolutely superb.
Just look how tight that group is. I know she had one out right, one low left, but 4 X's from 9 arrows.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable consistency. But as I was saying, the speed of the individual game perhaps lends itself to, if you are in a rhythm, you're firing out the arrows so fast that you know, you keep the rhythm going.
Yeah, exactly. So you're able to get into a flow, and it'll help you down the track when you're in the later sets.
Here we see some of those magnificent shots from the gold medalist. Awesome stuff, and that was probably the best one of the lot. So many in the 10, so many even closer to the center than that. Brilliant, and no wonder she's got that smile on her face. She's the Shanghai gold medalist. Well, here we go. Coming up a bit later on is the men's individual medal matches. So that's it already. The medals are decided in the individual women's recurve, and the crowd are still here because the men's individual coming up. And before we go to the bronze medal match, we will have the medal ceremony for the women's individual. And that's confirmation of our final rankings here in Shanghai. Chang collecting Korea's 4th gold of the day, and the 17-year-old from China, silver. Landy from Italy got her bronze medal at her first podium appearance.
女士们、先生们，女子反曲弓颁奖仪式 ，Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for the recurve women. 为我们颁发奖牌的是国家体育总局射击射箭运动管理中心主任、中国射箭协会主席梁纯。Medals were presented by Shooting and Archery Center Director General Liang Chen. 颁发支票和奖杯的是中国射箭协会副主席、上海市射箭协会会长郭贝。Checks and trophies will be presented by Shanghai Archery Association President 郭贝。获得铜牌的是来自意大利的选手 ，Bronze medal representing Italy, Vanessa Gandhi。 获得银牌的是来自中国的选手。Silver medal representing China， 安七炫。获得金牌的是来自韩国的选手 ，Gold medal representing Republic of Korea， 张汉信。 女士们、先生们，请起立！现在播放韩国国歌。Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the national anthem of Republic of Korea. 女士们、先生们，向我们的运动员献上最热情的掌声。Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm round of applause to our athletes.
Well, they've done a great job here in Shanghai promoting the sport, visiting all 4 quarters and laying on competitions for the amateurs. And on top of that, we get to see the world-class athletes competing, and now it's a chance for the men to shine here in Shanghai. It's the bronze medal match playoff here in the men's individual recurve. Ryan, we've seen them playing all day today and all week. Tell us about how they got here.
Tell you what, Furukawa did really well to get through the bronze medal match. He had a fantastic match against my teammate, actually, and Lee Woo-suk, one of his first events, getting this far as well.
So that's coming up next.
Lee losing a shoot-off to Brady in the semi-final.
Yep, Lee here at 17 years old. The Koreans love their sport, and it's very important here. Yeah, they've been very good here about promoting the sport, and lots of activity going on around the city. But now it's time to see our bronze medalists.
1号靶位来自日本 ，on target number 1, representing Japan. Furukawa Takaharu. 2号靶位来自韩国 ，on target number 2, representing Republic of Korea. Lee Woo-suk 担任本场比赛的起射线裁判是 The line judge for this match is Pacific 10.
Archers, get ready. Lee shoots first. Furukawa shoots second.
Well, there we go, waiting for the range to be cleared. The athletes presented to this bustling crowd here, and this really is a battle of youth versus experience. Lee at 20 years old, Furukawa at 33. Lee will shoot first. Start of the men's bronze medal match.
Both nines, both in the same direction, interestingly.
There was a little bit of a bluster here earlier on, but it seems to have calmed down now.
Perhaps that's where they were going on the practice range.
Oh, a 10 here for Lee.
Not the cleanest of shots, but it still put it right next to his first shot.
Consistency, the key.
10-10-9. He has secured the first set.
And just like that, it's over in the blink of an eye, this sport. If things are going a little out of kilter, what can the athletes do to correct it with no real space for thinking?
The first thing is that he did find the 10, and being a 4-time Olympian and Olympic medalist, I don't think that first set's going to phase him too much.
Well, here we go. Here are the groupings.
And you can see Furukawa going a little bit high on his first two shots, and Lee Woo-seok, he did the exact same position, but adjusted much quicker.
Yeah, this really does give you a close-up of where the arrows land in that target, which is 70 meters away from the line that the athletes are on.
Looking pretty serious there.
Yeah, coaches have an opportunity to talk to the athletes during this. And because he's trailing, Furukawa will now lead out with the first arrow in the second set. Still early days. Quite a long hold there, Ryan.
It is, and we saw that in the team rounds earlier from him, and so those long holds might hurt overall because he's gone a little bit high on that bad shot.
Well, straight into the 10 for the 2014 Youth Olympic Games gold medalist.
You can see him adjust his sight there for his high group.
Oh, look at that. How close is that one to the center?
It's got to be less than a centimetre that time, surely.
Nines are, really very, very good scores. But when you're up against someone who's shooting so consistently, it's not enough. Well, that's just drifted out. Is it touching the 9 line? I think that one's going to be subject to a measure. But even if it's the lower score, he's still won the set.
Exactly. It would be up 5-1, but my money's on it actually being in.
9-9-9. Target 2, X10-9.
Just waiting for the confirmation. It looked like it was a 9. And you can hear there, it's 4 set points to 0. There is the confirmed score. And this one could be over in 3 as well.
It could be. 3 more shots. We'll see what Furukawa can do. Can he come back from this?
Here we go, 3rd set. And shooting to save his chances for a medal here in Shanghai. And a 10 is a good start, but only his second one in this match.
An 8.
Well, first chink in the armor there for Lee Woo-seok. Just diving down into the red. Oh. And so now they're level pegging, and it could all be over here.
Furukawa really looking for a 10 right now to stay alive.
Well, he gets a 9, and that does open the door for a win here for Lee, but it has to be perfect. And drifts out into the 9. So scores tied up. A little bit of inconsistency creeping in there for Lee, but he salvages a single point from the third set, and Furukawa gets his first point of the match.
And the rookie stepping that little bit closer to the gold medal over a 4-time Olympian.
Well, here we have the groupings for both athletes.
You can see, same thing again, like they're both shooting about the same, but interestingly, one went high and one went low.
Would the second athlete be able to adjust a little bit off what they can see from the leading athlete?
And that's potentially why he went low, because Furukawa shot the first aid. Oh no, Lee did, sorry. And then maybe Furukawa adjusted, but overcompensated.
Range clear.
Well, we saw earlier on in a feature it's all about small percentages here. The wind has settled down here in Shanghai. This is the men's individual bronze medal match in recurve archery. Still trailing Furukawa, the Japanese athlete, scores a 10 to get us off the mark.
An 8. So this could be the show of experience that we've been talking about.
Wow, he's drifting off into the 8s. The inconsistency creeping in. I'm wondering whether the wind has just slightly picked up and altered the environment.
I think you might be right there. That's a good call. It was going to the right earlier, and now it's clearly going left.
This is important. This is really important. Furukawa's bronze medal is, well, on the line here.
Oh, good job. He really needed the 10, but that's pretty good given how long he held on.
Yeah, and the grouping's good as well, but again, another opportunity for Lee. And a 10 required, but he only gets a 9.
And now if Furukawa wins the next set, we'll have our first individual shoot-off of the day.
Well, the drama is building here in this men's bronze medal match. What will the coach be saying to the athlete in this situation?
I was watching body language there, and I studied Japanese for 2 years, but I don't know it that well. And it looked like he was just telling him to remain calm and focus on good shots.
Yeah, I mean, there's not really too much they can do in terms of technique here, is there, what the coaches, but they are good for the old pep talk.
Exactly. At this stage of the event, it's probably too late to make some major changes. It's just about refinements and keeping them in the right frame of mind.
Well, Lee got off to a great start. Furukawa has fought back, and his 33 years of experience have played out well here in the men's bronze medal match in the individual recurve discipline. Furukawa still trailing, so he will lead off with the first arrow of this set. Well, 9 not too bad. With the relative dip in form from Lee, it might be enough. Oh, looks like he's adjusted to that change of wind. Another 9, drifting over to the right this time. You have to say, if Lee gets another 10 here, the pressure's really on Furukawa.
There you go. Pressure's on. He needs a 10 here to have any real chance.
Took his time and dropped into the 9, went left on the first one, right and low on the second, and almost slap bang in the middle on the third. 7 to win. Oh, amazing stuff there. Gets what it needed, and a 28 plays 27 in that 5th set, and Lee Woo-seok, who got off to a great start, had a shaky middle, pulled it all together at the end, and collects the bronze in Shanghai. Takaharu Furukawa from Japan, the 33-year-old, will have to settle for 4th at the first stage of the Hyundai Archery World Cup, but well done to Lee Woo-seok. Great match, that one, Ryan. Twists and turns.
It was fantastic. I mean, we couldn't really pick it from the start. We thought one person would win, and then it came back to going all 5 sets.
Well, rocking things on here in Shanghai. The crowd being entertained right the way through. And we've got a bunch of Americans in the crowd, and we all know why. That one's coming up. But here we look back at Lee Woo-seok, who shot out of his skin in the first couple of sets there. Was steadied off, I suppose, by Furukawa's consistency in the second 2, but pulled it all back together in the 5th.
And it's going to show you how much potential he has going forward, given that this may have been his very first World Cup.
So Lee, the bronze medalist in Shanghai. So we saw the Americans in the crowd, and that is because we have an American coming up in the men's gold medal match. And here is how they got there. Ryan, you're the expert. Tell us about what we can expect.
Kim Woo-jin dominated all of his matches coming through, while Brady, his last 3 matches were all shoot-offs.
Well, we got a chance to talk to them just before. Let's see what they said.
뭐 결승전에 다 올라왔지만 모두 은메달을 목에 걸었었는데요. 이번에는 이번 상해 올림픽에서는 지금 결승전 2개가 올라가 있는데 모두 금메달을 목에 걸 수 있도록 노력하겠습니다.
I think his strengths are he never misses, and I don't think he really has a weakness. I mean, I truly believe that he's probably the greatest archer that's been. You know, he may not have the medals at the Olympics and stuff yet, but World Championships wins the scores he's shot, what he does every single time. I mean, he's a great shooter, and I love the opportunity to go head-to-head with him.
Well, there you go. That's what Brady Ellison thinks of Kim, the best in the world. Ryan, what do you think?
Well, he is the current #1, so that does play into that logic, but he also has the current qualification world record at the first person to shoot 700 out of 720.
And here the athletes come for the last of the action here in Shanghai.
Kim Woo-jin. On target number 2, representing United States of America, Brady Ellison. 担任本场比赛的起射线裁判是 The line judge for this match is Ozawa Yoonji.
Okay, archers prepare. Okay, Kim, you shoot first. Ellison, you shoot second.
So here we go for the men's individual recurve gold medal. The world #1 from Korea, Kim Woo-jin, takes on the world #5 from the USA, Brady Ellison. And it's Kim to shoot off first.
Win, Brady. Strong. Nice and strong.
Well, solid starts from both athletes here in the 9s. Brady Ellison's event average arrow's been 9.33, but Kim has a 9.57. How's that for consistency?
It's fantastic. It shows that both these archers, most of the time, shoot a 9 or better. But Kim, those few more 10s like we saw this morning.
Well, another 9 there. All in the yellow so far. Pretty well grouped for both athletes, but Kim, well, they're right next to each other. Where's the third one going to go? First set, and he's scored a 10 to finish things off, a 28, a perfect score required from Ellison to tie up. And drifts over into the 8 there. Everything quite high there for the American, but Kim strikes first and takes the first set, leads by 2 set points to 0.
And that's quite obvious that Brady's still at a good group. They all went high. Maybe that's from being back in the finals again. But 2 of the most prolific archers, you can see their groups here. And they're going to be going great going forward, surely.
Yeah, all those ones drifting high, though, for the American. Maybe once he adjusts his sight, we'll start seeing hitting 10s.
Exactly. So he'll be shooting first in the next set and should open strong.
惠利曾经这么评价过金优镇，说他是我见过的最伟大的剑手。他的优点是能力大，他的缺点是没有前排。
마지막에 힘을 써야 이기는데
I didn't quite pick that out, Ryan. What's he saying there?
He was talking about recent technique changes he's been making. So even though he was one of the most winning archers in history, he's still making changes to try and make himself even better so he can contend with people like Kim.
Go, Brady.
So the American to shoot first in the second set of the men's individual gold.
It's not too far off. His height's better now.
Well,
Go, Brady.
Ellison's got better, but so has Kim.
Can hardly say we're surprised about that.
A 10 there for the American. That'll settle him down big time.
Once again, always dropping those 10s.
Both shooting so phenomenally well. Barely anything outside of the yellow rings in the center of the target.
You've done this so many times.
Kim just dropping one into the 8 there. And a chance there to open up a bigger lead given away.
It's quite interesting. We haven't seen him shoot an 8 yet today, and we'll see how he personally reacts to that going forward.
It's good height now.
괜찮아 이 잡히고 다시 하는 거. 여기서 이 분위기에서 말리지 말라고 그냥 네 하는 대로 해야 된단 말이야.
He seemed quite humorous about shooting that one.
Yeah, got to work on developing your reaction to adversity, and especially so in the individual game, because you've just got no time to recover. You've got no time to reset your mind.
Ellison, you shoot first.
That's a mighty fine belt buckle he's got there.
Yeah, it is, and his quiver was custom made to be in the shape of a gun on the side, so it's a bit like a holster.
Didn't see that.
Bench clear.
So here we go, right into set 3 already. And Ellison scores his first point in the previous set, but still trails by 3-2 here in the men's individual gold medal match in Shanghai. Well, on the line means you get the higher score. And a good start for Brady Ellison from the United States of America. But a 10 from Kim as well. He dropped an 8 at the end of the last set, but he's back to his 10s as normal.
Yep.
Another 10, and look at the grouping from the American. He has found a rhythm, he has found his form here in the third set.
He's doing fantastically. Let's see how Kim can respond to that.
Well, just like that, another 10. Perfect scores looking like they're going to be required to take this set. Ooh, good grouping still, but that's crept into the 9. Door open for Kim Woo-jin.
Who do you think wins the set?
And he's gone into the 9 as well, so not quite a perfect score there. And they share the spoils again in the 4th, but 4-2 to Kim, and here are those groupings.
And you can see that both of them are extremely close. Brady actually with the better group this time. He's just a little bit to the right.
Best set so far.
You can see the trees moving more than they were before as well.
Yeah, sometimes it's settled, sometimes it's blowing one way, then the other. Not enough to cool the atmosphere down here. That's the best set so far of the men's gold medal match. Kim leading 4-2. Ellison will shoot first. The range is clear. The siren goes off. The Americans wait in the crowd. Ellison waiting to shoot the first arrow of this set. Yep. On the line again. He's shooting still in the same spot. Very consistent. On the line, you get the higher score. Kim, what can we expect here?
A 9, drifting to the left like his other arrows that weren't 10s.
And first signs of frustration coming across the Korean's face there. Oh, Ellison doesn't respond well enough though, and a shrug of the shoulders and a little bit of a grimace from the American there. There was an opportunity and it's gone away.
And there you go, one more 10 for Kim and he will win the match regardless of what Brady gets.
Pressure on. A 9 and a 27 out of a possible total of 30 you'd think was good enough, but it leaves Kim needing 9 to take the Shanghai gold. Bang! Right down the middle, he gets a 10. Kim Woo-jin has sealed up the gold medal in an absolute thriller. Took the lead early on, the American fought back, but Kim Woo-jin held his nerve, and he is the Hyundai Archery World Cup Stage 1 first winner of the year here in Shanghai. Right, what an amazing match that is. The quality we've got on show here when we get to this stage of the competition is quite phenomenal.
It's amazing to see how much training and effort they put in, and it shows in how well they shoot. So these guys have had 7 head-to-head matches together as well.
Yeah, amazing stuff here from both of the athletes in the gold medal match. And in fact, across the board today, it's been absolutely phenomenal as we get some brilliant shots here. Look at the groupings, they're so close together.
And you can see just here that every single shot that Kim does looks almost exactly the same, and that's why his groups are so tight.
So it's been a phenomenal set of matches here in this session, and we see time and time again with these replays the consistency, and there is our gold medalist celebrating his win. Well, Shanghai has seen some brilliant archery here, and here's confirmation of the final ranking of the men's individual recurve. Kim Woo-jin picking up the gold. Brady Ellison from the USA had to settle for silver, even though he shot so well in that final. And Lee Woo-seok collects Korea's second medal here, a bronze in the men's individual. So next up, just like that, we will be picking up the medals in the men's event.
Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for the recurve men. 为我们颁发奖牌的是国际剑联第一届副主席马里奥·斯加塞拉。Medals will be presented by World Archery First Vice President Mario Scarsella。颁发支票和奖杯的是上海市浦东新区陆家嘴街道办事处主任邓亮。Checks and trophies will be presented by 陆家嘴 Community Office Director 郑亮。 获得铜牌的是来自韩国的选手 ，Bronze Medal representing Republic of Korea Lee Woo-seok。获得银牌的是来自美国的选手 ，Silver Medal representing United States of America Brady Ellison。 获得金牌的是来自韩国的选手 ，Gold Medal representing Republic of Korea Kim Woo-jin。 女士们、先生们，请起立！现在播放韩国国歌。Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the national anthem of Republic of Korea. 女士们、先生们，向我们的运动员献上最热情的掌声。Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm round of applause to our athlete.
Well, that's it. The final rankings confirmed. Kim Woo-jin picking up the gold. Brady Ellison silver. Lee Woo-seok the bronze medal. So 2 Koreans on the final podium here in Shanghai. Ryan, it's been an absolute pleasure to have your expert insight into this wonderful sport.
Thank you very much. It's been great to be able to commentate on such high-quality shooting here in Shanghai.
Yeah, high quality. Well, I'd say that was an underestimate. It's been absolutely superb here, stage 1, as we have a look back over the men's recurve and the route to the gold medal for the Koreans. A clean sweep today, and they got 2 medals. It's actually Lee who picked up the medal in bronze medal position there. But Kim is the gold medal, 6-2 in the final in the end. And the towering skyscrapers of Shanghai have stood proudly above us throughout the tournament. And that's it from stage 1 here of the Hyundai Archery World Cup from Shanghai. Our next stop is Antalya in Turkey. And we will bring you live coverage of the medal matches on the 25th and 26th of May, under a month's time.